Okay, so it's Mercury retrograde. We've been talking about it, right? We've all been talking about it. And so the first thing I want to say is hang in there because we really are almost to the end of it, okay? I know it doesn't feel like it. I know it doesn't feel like it. We're going to come out of Mercury retrograde on the mail is coming. And Archie, my awesome mailman, this is Bo, my awesome mailman is running a little bit late today. So, thanks for letting everybody know that Archie's coming. Okay. Hopefully we don't have any packages because otherwise there will be bedlam. Okay. So, Mercury retrograde is going to end this weekend. And now we will still have the shadow week afterwards, but Mercury retrograde is going to end on Saturday. So we're almost done. We really, really are almost done. And I think it's just important that we just continue to remember we can do it, we can do it, we can do it. Because this one, has just been a bear. And I am trying to be polite because, damn it, has this one been a challenge. So it's really a great idea if you can get outside, get your feet in the grass. If you can you touch a tree? I know some places right now in the world are having really, really cold temperatures, and I get it. But if you can touch a tree, hello. If you can touch the tree, sorry, let me get some water. Now, remember, when you're touching the tree, one of the first things you want to do, you want to make sure you thank the tree. We want to say thank you to the tree. We want to touch the tree with our receiving hand, okay? So that's your non-dominant hand, okay? So I'm a lefty, so my non-dominant hand is right hand. And you want to put your receiving energy hand on the tree, and you say thank the tree. And I would plant my feet if I can, and a little bit like hip widths apart, and I lean into the tree. So I don't want to be far away from the tree. I want to lean into the tree, and I want to just say thank you, and I will receive whatever information, whatever energy that the tree can give, okay? Now remembering that the tree is going to come, that energy is going to come up the arm, and it's going to come right into the heart area, right? And so after we're done, and we feel like we're ready, we have touched the tree enough time, and you feel like you're ready to let go, and that's different for everyone. And oh Lord heavens, I forgot to press the Instagram button again. Okay, so we're talking about getting through Mercury retrograde and surviving, and we're talking about touching the trees. So one of the things that can really help us is keeping our energy grounded, okay? So when we touch the tree with our non-dominant hand, we want to separate our feet so they're about hip width apart. We want to lean into the tree. We don't want to have a straight arm. We're not trying to push the tree away. We want to lean into the tree. Some people will put their hand and then put their forehead on their hand and just like, it's not, we're not banging our head against the wall, but to allow our ajna to come and the third eye to come and be part of the tree. But you want your non-dominant hand so that energy comes through the hand, and make sure you're putting your fingers, okay? Because we have chakras in our hand, but we also have chakras in our fingertips. So it's really important you want to put all of your hand on the tree. Hello, welcome from South Africa. Hi. And so you're allowing that energy to come through the hand, the palm and the fingertip chakras, and it's coming up your arm and it's coming into the heart, okay? It's coming into the heart. And from there, we are receiving. And so if you want to put your head, that's fine. And however long it is for you, okay? However much time that is for you, that makes you feel like you've received an energy cleanse, you've received some wisdom. Oh my gosh, I'm so dehydrated today. Dehydration can make you yawn. You all are not boring. So however long it is that you are receiving the energy, to receiving the wisdom, to receiving the feed the feeling of, okay, I'm done, I'm ready to let go of this tree. Before you do, and you say thank you to the tree when we start, but at the same time we say thank you to the tree when we end, but we put the other hand on the tree. So before you walk away from this beautiful tree, you are putting both hands on the tree. And the reason that we're putting both hands on the tree is we want to now close this loop. Okay, so we have now the tree comes in through the hand, comes across the heart, comes out the other side, goes back into the tree. Because your dominant hand now, because you've been using your non-dominant hand, and your dominant hand now is the outgoing energy. So you've received the energy from the tree, but now we want to give back. We want to give back to the tree. So we put the other hand on the tree and we say thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for the wisdom. Thank you for the calm. Thank you for the guidance, the grounding. It's one of the best things about touching the trees is the grounding. And thank you so much for all that you are able to give to me. This or something better. Okay, and we always ask, when we're asking the universe, the cards, the guides, the trees, the whatever, we want to keep the door open. We're not asking for, I only want this. We always say this or something better, because the truth is that the universe can give us more than what we even ask for, because we don't even know what to ask for. And then the universe goes, I got you. Okay, so it's really important that we are saying this or something more. Whatever else that you can bring into my life is welcome here. Okay, because we trust that there's not going to be anything bad that is brought to us, and the things that are challenging, and right now they're challenging, but the things that are challenging are going to come out to our benefit in the end. Okay, now we know that humans have free will. We know that accidents can happen. We know that tragedy can strike. I'm not talking about that. Okay, I'm talking about our personal journey of creation and manifestation. So we put our non-dominant hand onto the tree. We say thank you to the tree. We absorb that energy. Before we leave, before we let go and break that connection, we feed the tree back. We say thank you. We feed back to the tree. Okay, it's really important. It's the part about gratitude is so important in any of the work that we do with manifestation and angels and guides and all these things, that so much can come into our lives if we can start from a place of gratitude. And that is not always the easiest thing, because if you're pulling your hair out right now because it's Mercury retrograde, A, you are not alone, okay, not alone, but B, we understand that Mercury retrograde is about bringing things to the surface. You know, I understand what Mercury retrograde is trying to bring up to the surface for me right now, and I will tell you in full disclosure, because I always try to be transparent with you all, full disclosure, I'm failing miserably at what Mercury retrograde is trying to bring forward in my life. I am trying, I am working on it, I am sucking. There's just no other way to say it. And I know that it's true, and I know that I will continue to have to walk this path until I'm ready to learn this lesson or to gain this skill. And so here I go. Okay, so I do try to be transparent with you. You don't need all the details, but it is something that I am continuing to work on. And so as I will go forward, I will continue to work on it. Now, I will say, we may be called in this time of retrograde to stand up for ourselves. And if you are feeling like it is people are trying to take advantage of you or bully you or bulldoze you, this is 1,000 billion million quadrillion % the time that we must stand up for ourselves. Okay. Now, you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be a bee. You don't have to be, you don't got to trip the other guy next to you. But this is 100% the time that it is so important for us to say, pull it up, shoulders back, chest out, take that as you will, take a deep breath, and roll those shoulders back, because when we put our chest up and shoulders back, and when we get stressed out, we do this, we close it up, right? We've got to pull it up tight, up tall, we've got to roll the shoulders back, we've got to lengthen the neck, because then when we do that, we can breathe. Because when we get stressed, we collapse. When we get stressed, we don't breathe. When we get stressed out, we go, okay, so something happened on Sunday. I was so mad, I could have literally spit. I was so mad. And I was shaking. I was so angry. And it literally took me like the whole day to, like, I had calmed down. We had resolved the situation. Well, we had resolved whatever we could in that moment to the situation. Everyone's fine. Everyone is okay, right? Nobody's hurt. But that knot that can stay in our stomach, that knot literally stayed with me the entire day. Okay? It was like midnight. I was talking to my son, and I was like, on Sunday, last night, and I said, I'm finally like feeling like the knot has dissipated. Now, you took a little cocktail too, which is okay, you do you, but my light went out. But it is so important right now that even when it's hard, and Belinda says she's had a bully on my body corporate. I'm not sure if that means work or somebody, like maybe you mean body corporeal, like your body, whatever it means. This is so important right now that we are breathing, okay, especially for women, because we are tougher than they think we are. We are tougher than we think we are, than they think we are. And so we roll the shoulders back, because and it's not just about putting the shoulders down, okay? Roll them up and back. It makes a difference, okay? It's not just about up, down. Like, oh, my shoulders are up because I'm all stressed out, just drop them down. Roll them back and down, okay? Because not only do you get that little stretch, you get that rotation in the shoulders, you open up the throat, right? And my friend Ellie, who's a yoga master, is on Instagram with us, and she will probably have a comment to, if you want to add into this, we would love to share your comment. But we open the chest, we open the heart, and when we roll the shoulders down, we open up this area and we open the neck, and then we can breathe, okay? So the management around your house, okay? So that we are breathing, okay? And we open, and sometimes we need to push the chin, the jaw forward a little bit. Okay, so when we open the jaw, we can breathe, okay? And when we get stressed out, we breathe shallow, right? Stressed. Oh my gosh, what's going on, right? But the thing is that we have to breathe deep in order to calm down. Okay, this is why they have people breathe into paper bags, right? We take slow, deep breaths, because the stuff in the bottom of the lungs, the hairs that clean the air, that help us to breathe more effectively, that help us to get more oxygenation out of the body, out of the breath, is the cilia that are in the lower part of the lungs. They're all through our lungs, but they are more concentrated at the bottom. So when we are breathing, we are not calming down, because we are not having the filtration that we need. So we take that breath, right? And if you've been with me for any kind of meditation, you've heard me do the conscious breath, right? We put the tongue on the roof of the mouth. We breathe in as deep as we can through the nose. We don't raise our shoulders, right? Everybody with me? Ready? Tongue on the roof of the mouth. Don't raise your shoulders. Keep your chest up. Fill up your entire body with air. And hold it. And let go. Just let it fall. Let the breath fall out of the mouth. Let it fall, and as you do, pull your belly button back to your spine. And get super empty. Empty, empty, empty. Oh, cool. Well, that's neat. I don't watch that show, but maybe I'll check it out. Okay, so we do it again. Tongue on the roof of the mouth, and we breathe in. And we hold it. And we let go through the mouth, and we just let the breath fall out as it does. No judgment, no anything. And we pull the belly button back to the spine, and we get totally empty. And then we can go again. Okay. I'm telling you, if you do this 3 times, so we're going to do it one more time. If you do this 3 times, tongue on the roof of the mouth, breathing in through the nose, keep your shoulders rolled back. Tarot card reading, you're a spammer. So as soon as you comment, we're going to block you. Leave. Okay. All right. So we breathe in. We hold it, and we breathe out. Then we let the breath fall out. And there you are. Spammers, blocked. Actually, I love it when they do it, because then we can ban them. So, see you, bye. And they just don't believe me that I'm going to block them. Bye. Okay. 0 tolerance for spammers. If you are a spammer, leave now. But I actually love it when they make the comment, because then we can ban them, and then we know that they can't come back. They're like ants. There will always be more. But okay, so hopefully we feel a little bit better. And we talked about touching the trees. The things that are really important for us right now is to equip ourselves to get through the next week and to get through the shadow time of Mercury retrograde. This Mercury retrograde, admittedly, because I've heard from so many of you, has been just a bear and a half. And for those of you who are flying right through it, God bless. And muzzle tough. Congratulations. And we're all so thrilled for you and grateful. For those of you who are not flying through it and floating through it, and usually, it doesn't get me, but this is definitely a really challenging one. And for those of you who are really finding the challenge, it is so important that you have tools to equip yourself. And so we have been talking all along about how to handle this retrograde, right? And so I wanted to share a couple other things this week because so many have been struggling. And so if you have a metaphysical store around you, this is black kyanite. Black kyanite. Okay, it's a volcanic rock and it is for stress and anxiety. It's wonderful. Okay, it is. Ellie says she's having having worse time because of Mars retrograde because that's what's the ruler in her chart. And you know, we know that there are a lot of planets that are in retrograde. There's always right now there is a crap ton going on up there, especially with Pluto. So. And you've seen me play with this before. This is my selenite ball. I love this. I keep it on my desk so I can play with it all the time. It's always cool to touch, and selenite is like hand sanitizer. So it is cleansing stone, and you can get selenite in so many different forms. You can get a bar, you can get a crystal, you can get a ball, you can get so many different things. And the thing is that because it's a cleansing stone, I can use it in counterclockwise around my head. I can use it in counterclockwise around my heart chakra, and where I was yesterday with this just knot of anxiety and anger in my sacral and solar plexus chakras, and just counterclockwise circles in that. Okay, you can also take, like, there are wands of selenite, and you can like cleanse your whole body and go all the way around like you're outlining a gingerbread person. Okay, but these are two that are really, really powerful for this time, right? So we have the black kyanite. Okay, you see it's kind of volcanic, and now be careful with kyanite because it can break these pieces, because you can see the little layers and striations in it, and they can break off. And also selenite is a softer stone and can be also can melt if you get it if it gets around water for like an extended period of time. So it's not a crystal that you would want to leave. You know, I do have selenite in my bathroom. Actually, I have selenite in probably every room in my house. But if you, it's not where it's going to get wet by the sink. Okay, so because it can melt. So it's just a couple of things to help us, because I heard from so many of you that this was just being such a challenging retrograde time, and so I really wanted to give a couple of handy things. Now, you can get these things at your local metaphysical store. You can also get them online. But if you don't have access to a metaphysical store, or maybe it's not in your budget right now, neither of these things are expensive. I don't recommend things that are expensive for you because I want to make sure that you have access to them. But so even if you were to get a very small pieces of things, you can get them for probably, $3, $4, $5. Okay, and this is why we started with the tree. And I do want to actually give you one more about being outside. I know some places it's really cold. But if you can, and some people in the wintertime will make like a kiddie pool. We do this when there's a hurricane coming. We'll do a kiddie pool if we know it's going to be, not so much where we live right here because we don't lose power so much, but where we have a kiddie pool, we fill it with like dirt and some pieces of sod. And we water it, and it gives the dogs a place to go out where we can like take them on the patio that has a screen enclosure, and it's covered so it's not out in the storm when there's a hurricane coming by, but it lets them go out and stand on something grass and they can pee. But we can stand on it too. Don't stand on the one that the dogs peed on, but we can stand on something like that too. So if you're living in a place where it's cold and it's maybe not okay to go outside and stand in the grass, you can wear shoes. Okay, you can definitely be bundled up and wear shoes, but I know a lot of people like to do these things with bare feet. There are mats you can buy that are called earthing mats, and they have an electromagnetic charge that is really great, and it has the same kind of thing of standing in the grass. But if you're going to choose to stand in the grass, so the first thing we do is we put our feet hip width apart, so we're not standing together. We've got our legs spread apart a little bit, and then again we roll the shoulders back, right? So as Chris was saying on the TV show Supernatural, the angel wings can come out, right? So we roll those shoulders back because we want to really open up the neck and the chest area, right? And then I put one hand, now again, we have the incoming and the outgoing, right? So my incoming hand, my energy hand, is my non-dominant hand. So for me, it is the right hand. And so I'm going to put that up because I want to receive from spirit, okay? From source, from the high energy. But I want to release anything that is not serving me. So I'm going to take my dominant hand, my outgoing energy hand, and I'm going to put it down by my side facing downwards. Okay, so imagine my hand is straight down by my side, but it's palm down. So this one is palm up, this one is palm down, and I will just stand there. And I will just breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, just like we just did, and just stand there to breathe. And just to receive that full connecting as above as below. My feet are grounded into the earth. My hand is connecting into the source energy, and my other hand is releasing anything that doesn't serve. Now, if you feel like at some point you want to switch because you want to receive from Mother Earth and you want to release anything that is, coming in from, I don't know, whatever works for you is totally fine, but know what it is that you're doing. Don't just stand there with your hands out there going all, okay? Have a plan, okay? So for me, I really resonate with my receiving hand, palm up to receive from the light, and my, oh, look, another spammer. Look, you're banned. Bye, Naomi. Okay, so for me, I really resonate with releasing anything that doesn't serve me to the earth, because then it can be fertilizer. I know Mother Earth will use these things as fertilizer. Whatever energetic trash that we have that we release to the ground, I know Mother Earth will release it as and utilize it as fertilizer. So it has a purpose. It just doesn't have to be a purpose on me, in me, with me, right? So these things have purpose. They maybe, what is that saying, one person's trash is another person's treasure. So when we release things that we no longer need, we can release them so they can be more properly utilized for someone else who may need them. Okay, all right, so it's a lot right now, and I want you to understand I'm spending so much time right now on some strategies and things for you, because I understand it is a lot. It is a lot right now. It is a lot, and we've got to just get to Friday, okay? As safely as possible, we want to get to Friday. Now, let me say one more other thing. It is imperative, in my opinion, humans have free will, you do you. It is my suggestion that no contracts are signed, no big giant life decisions are made in this period of time. Okay, give yourself grace, and whoever is out there, if they don't understand it, that, hey, tough luck. But let people know that you will be available to review whatever legal documents, make big giant decisions, what have you, on Monday or Sunday, okay? But we got to get through Friday, okay, and then feel how you are. But it is ill-advised, and you do you, but it is ill-advised to make big financial decisions, big big life decisions, to sign legal documents right now during any retrograde. However, and some retrogrades are lighter, but this one is very, very clearly feeling very momentous and heavy and really bitchy, so just take it for what it's worth. Okay, all right, so we're gonna grab a card. I do want to start with an animal spirit, because honestly I think we could all use some animal spirits today. And so this is the camel card, and the camel says, trust that you have the resources. It says, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. I love these. I mean, you just can't make it up. But remember, the camel carries all the water, right? The camel carries water. And so carrying the water, yes, laying low this whole week, especially with the full moon on Sunday. Amen, sisters. Like, this is the time to just chill and just pause, right? But remember, the camel carries the water, so the camel can go in miles and miles and miles and miles. So the camel has everything that it needs with it for the journey. The camel has everything it needs for the journey. So the camel spirit is saying that it is with us. We are being guided. We are being supported by the camel spirit. And I will say this again, because I want you to understand you are part of the camel, that the camel has everything it needs for the journey. Okay, so we are not alone. All right, I really felt like I wanted to work with James Van Prague's cards, messages from the guides today, because I really felt like we needed some color. And, oh, jumping out at me already. And really felt like we needed to get some clarity of the universe with some color. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. Even if they don't have like pictures or images, they're just, I think they're so beautiful. So, yeah, once we get past this full moon, because the energy is going up to the full moon and then we start to come down again. And once we get past this full moon, we're going to get through it. Okay, we are. We're going to get through it, and we're going to be okay. And it's going to be a bumpy ride, but we are going to get through it. All right, so I'm so happy to see you, because I know you haven't come on for a while, so I'm so happy that you're here. All right, so we're going to do a couple of cards, and then we'll see if we want to do some individual cards. For the moment, we're going to start with what do we really need to know to help us get through all of this. And this is feel joy in all that we're doing. So this is a reminder that while things may be tough and stuff's going on right now, that it's a soapy bubbaloo. Hey, we have another spammer. Right on. Go ahead, make a comment. We dare you. So this is to feel joy in all that we do. So we know that stuff is going on. And I put this, I shared Kyle Gray's meme today for having hope and healing and all of that. So we know that there is just so much drama and stuff that's going on right now, but that it's really important that we stay connected. So we have the orange for the sacral chakra being grounded, and then we have the yellow stars, the little bright spots. This is our sacral solar plexus chakra, and how we see each other. I watch the numbers go up and down. As soon as I say I'm going to ban them, they all leave. So I miss you too. I miss you. I'm so happy to see you. And girl, I know about the work getting in the way. You know, no apologies. Like, totally get it. So, all right. So this is really important that we are keeping our tabs on the joy. Okay. So regardless of what is going on, remember that spirit has us, the universe has us, God, sacred power, whoever, the higher power has us. And that it's really important that whatever it is that's going on, even in the messes, when you can calm yourself down, find the humor in it. Okay, try to find the humor in it. Even when it's like, what in the F is going on? Once you can calm it down and take a breath, try to find the humor in it. Okay, feel joy in the things that you're doing. And the other part of that right now is, as we are connecting into our sacral and our solar plexus chakra, this is really about looking inside. It says, what is it that does bring you joy? What is it that is bringing you joy, that brings joy into your life? And the thing that brings joy into your life, go do that. Find time to do that. I've been looking at my crochet bag all like for a week now, and find time to do a thing, even if it's like 10 minutes, find time to do a thing that is going to bring you joy, because it's going to bring you joy. And if you can infuse with joy, it is going to help dilute some of the trauma of the Mercury retrograde. You know, when we do cleansing rituals and things like that, and we take people through chakra clearing and cleansing, and we clean all this stuff out, and then we always want to backfill with something good. Okay, we don't want to clean out, cut cords, you know, clean out gook from our energy and not backfill with something good. It's really important that we fill in with light. So if we have a cleansing to our chakra, and I'm cleansing my heart chakra, and I'm like, when we do this, for me, it's a visualization of the spinning ball of the chakra going backwards and into that vortex. And as it's spinning, anything that doesn't serve is coming off, like spinning through the tornado, like the spin cycle of the dryer, right? And so it's all the stuff is coming off. And so whatever comes off, I grab it in my mind, in my visualization, and I take this and I look at it and go, well, what is that? And I can see what that thing is and go, oh yeah, I don't need that anymore. And just blow it away. But now there's a hole where that thing, like Swiss cheese, where that thing was. And so we want to backfill it with light. We want to backfill it with love. We want to make sure that we're not leaving these Swiss cheese holes in our chakras or our energy or our aura or whatever. We want to fill that back with light, because that way we are complete and we're not vulnerable to psychic attack or, you know, a narcissist or energy vampires or what have you, but we're filling in with light, okay, which strengthens us as well. Chris says, I love the word ananda. It refers to a joy that changes and dances itself in many ways to enthrall your mind and keep your attention occupied and interested forever. Another definition is the joy in existence without which the universe would fall apart and collapse. Yeah, I love that. Ananda! All right, what else do we need to know this week? What do we need to watch out for? Okay, and the thing that we need to watch out for is about expressing our feelings. Now, this is not about not expressing our feelings, but it is about how we're expressing our feelings. And if you'll notice, the higher chakra colors, the third eye and the crown chakra colors are down here at the bottom. There is no chakra that's hot pink, but we love it anyway. Okay, so these are things that are at the bottom. And so it's important that we are, oh, cool. What is that? Hello. That it is important that we are knowing that we're going to be ruled right now by a little instability, because our higher chakras are at the bottom and our lower chakras are at the top. And so it's really important that we're staying grounded. So notice how there's so much more of the orange and the yellow that is like, get grounded, stay grounded. You're going to need it, because our emotional part may be a little high off the woo right now with everything going on with the retrograde Pluto, and we're coming into that full moon, right? So that it's important that we are expressing our feelings, but we want to also make sure how we're expressing our feelings. Okay, and so if you're mad, be mad, but maybe be careful about how you're expressing that anger. And if you have boundaries that need to be set, plant those feet, roll those shoulders back, and say it. Just say it. This is a time to speak very clean and clear and plainly. This is not a time to use flowery language and try to spare feelings and all. This is a time to be like, look, this is how it is. I'm not saying this with any kind of like malice, but I'm going to tell you how it is. Okay? So we want to make sure that we are being very clear. We don't have to be aggressive or angry, but we do want to make sure that we are rolling those shoulders back and that we are stating, we are expressing the feelings, because if we're not, there's the potential to get bulldozed over, because everyone is feeling this energy from Mercury retrograde, and we're either going to stand up and hold our space, or we're going to have be vulnerable to bulldozing. Okay, all right. So then, what else do we need to know? Like, what is the other thing that's going to help us to get through the Mercury retrograde this next week, and that is that everyone has value. So even those people that are pissing you off right now, they still are children of the light, whether they know it or not, whether they act like it or not, and that everyone has value, okay? And so everyone has value. And so you see we've got the clouds and the stars up in the sky. And so this is just a reminder to rise above, rise above, rise above, rise above. And this means that we want to remember that when we are having trouble rising above, we want to put the tongue on the roof of the mouth. We want to breathe. And we do that 3 times, right? We breathe in, we roll the shoulders back, and we remember it would be really, really bad for us as light workers to kill somebody. So we don't do that, okay? And so we say, I really, really do not like that person. I don't trust that person. I don't believe that person. I don't want that person anywhere around me, but I wish them well over there. And it is okay for you to say that you are expressing your feelings. Try to find the joy this week, remembering that even those people that are pissing you off, everyone has value, okay? And that it is okay to stand your boundaries, roll those shoulders back, state your purpose, state your business, right? What do they say in the movie? What's your name? What's your power? Right? Sky High. I love that movie. So this is not the time to like dance around and beat around the bush and try to spare people's feelings. Just say it out. Don't be mean. Don't be rude. Just say it out. Okay? All right. So, let's do some cards for you all. All right, so you know the deal. If you're new, you might not know the deal. The deal is if you would like a card, you want to put a comment in the comments wherever you are that says, I would like a card please, me, something, that gives me permission to come into your energy. Only put the comment in 1 time, please. You do not need to put 10 comments in. Hey girl, you just put it in 1 time, and I go in order that the comments show up for me, which may not be the same order that it is for you, but we put the cards in the order that it shows up for me, okay? So we are going to go back and forth. We've got Facebook and Instagram going right now, so we're going to go in the orders, and we're going to do that. So we're going to start over. I see you. Pretty flower emoji. All right, so we're going to start over with Belinda. All right, so Belinda, now you don't have to post your question in the comment or anything like that. Just have your question in your mind so that when I come to you, the cards will know. They'll take care of it, okay? So for Belinda, this card is Follow the Golden Rule, okay? And so you'll see you've got every color that is there. You have all the things, right? And this is Follow the Golden Rule, which is this reminder of treating people the way we would want to be treated. But here's the thing, this card is going to have, I don't know if you can see them, it's got squiggly lines going across, the squiggly lines going through, okay? And so this just reminds you that it's going to be a little squiggly, okay? It's going to get a little squidgy, it's going to be a little bit wibbly and wavy, but that it's going to be okay. And that if you are going out with love, and you're putting out love, and you're treating people well, it is going to come back to you. And even the people who maybe are not going to treat you, you're going to be able to rise above. Because you're infused with the love that you're giving out to other people. Even those people who are kind of stinky, you're still going to be able to go above it, because you're going to be able to you'll be infused with that love and gratitude energy, which is going to come back to you and overpower the stinky people. Okay, so this is just a reminder that when it feels like, I know you have, I think you said there was somebody who was really pressing your boundary buttons. This is a reminder to take the breath, look them straight in the eye, treat them how you'd want to be treated, know that they are a person of value, regardless of whether we like them or not, okay? Having somebody being a person of value or not does not have a reflection of how we like them or not. We don't have to like them. They're still a child of the light, okay? And then we're going to be doing right by us and by spirit and trust that everything else is going to be okay. And that it is important to keep those boundaries. Okay. I wish you so much good luck. All right. So I wish all of us good luck. This is a hard week, right? This is a hard week. All right. So Sharon, like attracts like. And this is all blue, baby. But this is the blue that has the cobalt blue, which is like the third eye. So this is about using your discernment, your discretion about who you are attracting and who you are allowing to be around you. But at the same time, you see those little lightning strikes of the lighter blue? That's the throat chakra color. So this is reminding you that it is really important to speak your truth so that you are attracting people who are resonant with your truth, that you're not hiding your light under the bushel, but you are using your intuition, right? But that you're also speaking your truth, and that's going to allow you to attract to you those that are going to be more compatible and energetically harmonious with you. Now, this is actually great for Belinda as well. Okay, so just as a little heads up. Okay, so we have Kimmy and Valencia, and then we'll jump over to Instagram because we got a couple people over there. So we've got Kimmy. And for Kimmy, this is don't relinquish your power. And this is all green, okay? So this is all green, which is the heart chakra. Now, green is also about money, obviously, and adventure, new chapters in our lives. And so this is reminding you, don't relinquish your power, but this is also about leading from the heart. Okay, so much about this, we're going to see this theme, so much about this today is going to be about stand your ground, but we don't have to be a bee about it, right? We can stand our ground and we can lead with love. Okay, and so don't relinquish your power. This is really important that you are standing up for yourself and that you are not letting other people like steal your thunder to take over. My husband and I, we call it gig jumping in our house. Like if I'm in there like and I'm getting ready to walk the dogs and I've got the leashes and he comes and takes a leash out of my hand. I'm like, okay, hold on, dude. Like we can do it together. Like we don't jump in and take over someone else's gig. Okay, so this is important for Kimmy about not relinquishing your power. So if it's your job and you're doing the thing, if you want to share it, that's great. You can hand the leash over, but otherwise make sure that you are standing firm in those boundaries and holding your ground. Okay? All right, so we have Valencia. All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Kimmy. And you got this. I know that you've got it. Like, and it's the thing with all these cards. There's such the cards don't ever lie. So I'm so glad it was the right card for you. All right, so we have Valencia. Valencia, thought creates your reality. Now we see this beautiful pink color again. We see all those squiggly lines. And now these are not all going in the same direction. They're all going in all different directions. And so this is reminding you to be creative. This is reminding you that you can be more adventurous in what you're asking for. You can be more adventurous in what you're trying to co-create with the universe. But now remember, this is also the blues. So you have the lighter blues, you have the deeper blues. So you have the throat, you have the third eye, you have the crown chakra here, and you also have the pink, which reminds us of love, right? And the pink reminds us of the violet flame, and gosh, there's so many wonderful things for pink. I really wish it was a chakra. But we remember that we have the power to do so much more than we think. And so this is just a real reminder about your power, Valencia, and it's a real reminder with all these squiggles that you can create. You don't have to stay in the box. You have so much more ability to create something out of the box of whatever it is that's going to be exciting to you. Okay? All right, so we have that. We're going to jump over. I see we have Ellen and Chris, and I'm going to come back over there. I'm going to jump over to Instagram for a second. So we've got Fatima, we've got Ellie, and we've got OJ. All right, so we've got Fatima, and this is Inspire Others. So this is a beautiful card. It's like teal blue, so it's not blue. It doesn't really fall into like the throat or the ajna or whatnot, but it's a green blue. And so the Inspire Others card is a reminder that it's all together. It's all connected, okay? So this reminds us that it's really important that we are leading ourselves and we're paying attention because others are watching, but that we are Being true to ourselves when we are most true to our most authentic self is when we're most able to inspire others. But it's not a responsibility card. It's not saying like you have all this responsibility, make sure you're doing right. No, no, no. This is reminding you to live in your most authentic space, because when you are living in your most authentic space, it is going to inspire others. You are going to inspire others, and you can see that all the rays are going out, and so we see the different things in the patterns in the cards that the rays are all going in all different directions. And so this one is all the rays are going out. So it's reminding you that when you are being true to yourself, you will automatically be inspiring. And it's important because there are little minds that are watching to see how you handle things. And just remember that you have a lot more power and a lot more capability than you think. That sometimes we forget, right? When we're like feeling stressed out, we just feel like we don't have like I feel like we just get beaten down by all this other crap. And so again, we have this reminder. We plant our feet, we roll the shoulders back, we stand up super strong, and we take those breaths, and we're like, oh, I have more power than I thought. And so this is what they're reminding you of, Fatima. You have more power than you think. And that it's important that you are living into your authentic self, because that is going to be making a difference to those who would come behind you. Okay? All right, so we have Ellie. Ellen, abundance is your right. And I love this. I love this card. Abundance. Sometimes we got to remember that we are children of the light, and that we have abundance is our birthright, right? And peace. Peace. It's our birthright as well. Peace. But remember, so here you have the beautiful fluffy clouds, and you have the beautiful starry night. Now, what you'll notice is that there's not planets in this picture, okay? There's not planets. There's no retrogrades. There's no moon phases. There's nothing. There's just the beautiful starry night. But you'll notice that as you are going deeper and deeper into space, the card is getting darker and darker and darker, okay? And so this is reminding you that as you are tuning in, you will be able to tune into the power more fully in order to be a more powerful creator, because there is expansion that is coming for you. And so when we say, and this is available to all of us, the more that we can tune in, quiet the mind, connect in, the more we can receive the guidance and the downloads, the more we're going to be open when opportunity comes that says, oh, wait, that fits right in. I definitely want to do that for that next phase of expansion, okay? And so, Ellie, they're talking about the next phase of expansion is coming, okay? Bye, Belinda. Good night. Okay. All right. So we have, that's exciting. That's exciting. It does feel like you're creating something, like content creation or something. Although I know that you're always creating something. So, all right, OJ, learn from your mistakes, my dear friend. Learn from your mistakes. And so again, we have this beautiful pink color, but we have the dark, but it's surrounded by the pink. We have the red and the orange, and the light is going up. Okay, so the light is going up. It says we don't have to be punished by our mistakes. We don't have to beat ourselves up by our mistakes. We just say, you know what, I'm learning. What can I learn from this situation? What am I learning from this? And to be able to move ourselves forward and try and do it better next time, or be able to expand. And so this is reminding you that you have all the love, because the pink is always a love color. And so even though we associate green with the heart chakra, we always have pink as associated with the love color. So this is reminding you to love yourself, stay true to your power, right? Your core chakra, your root chakra, your solar plexus, your root chakra and your sacral chakra, to make sure that you're tapping into the power, because the sacral chakra, that's our dantian, right? The lower abdomen, that place of creation, okay? So this is that you have so much that power of creation, and to know that that is going to lift you right up to the top, okay? And so we're not worried about the darkness. We're coming out of the darkness. We're coming out of the challenges into something that is more in the light. But it is about giving ourselves grace and saying, well, that didn't go how I wanted it to go, so how can I move forward and learn from this? So we don't beat ourselves up for places where we could have done it better. We just say, okay, thank you very much. I'm going to keep trying, okay? All right, so for my friend OJ. All right, so we're going to jump back over to here. And we have Ellen and Chris and Tracy. All right, so we have Ellen. Ellen needs energy for Christmas. Don't we all? All right, so we have Ellen. Ooh, a jumper card. And this says, know your truth. Ellen, know your truth. And this is a reminder that is, again, you have your higher chakra colors down at the bottom, and you have your base chakras up at the top, which says, hey, don't get it twisted, okay? Know your truth. Ellen, if you need energy, then if you need a nap, then set a boundary and say, hey, I need to lay down for 20 minutes, or I need to go for a walk, or I need to, you are so welcome, my friend, so that you are being true to yourself, and you are honoring yourself and saying what you need. So if you need the boundary, if you need a little, I put this stuff called Venture Pal. It's a electrolyte additive that goes in my water, and it makes a big difference. Gives me more of the energy, but also taking a walk can give us energy too. So if we need energy for Christmas, it's important that we're doing what is going to work for us to get energy. And this card reminds you that you need to be true to yourself and that it is okay for you to be true to yourself. And so putting as a higher priority your health and your welfare. So we have the orange and the yellow again, which is the sacral and the solar plexus chakra. This says, okay, I need to take care of my body, and then the rest of it will fall into place. Okay, so Ellen, it's just a reminder to take care of you. Hugs back, hugs back. I hope I get to see you soon. Lord knows I need you. All right, so then we have Chris, and Tracy. All right, Chris, let go. Oh, this is let go of ego. And look, you have all the colors, and they're all smooshed around, and they're all swirled around. And so this is let go of ego. And so this is a reminder that it is important for you also to be true to you. But make sure that you're being true to the things, again, self-care, but that you're making decisions that are based on the things that are right for you, and then not because you're trying to live up to other people's expectations or that you're trying to be something. Okay, and so this is about staying into your authentic self, being true to you. Let go of ego, being true to you. The people who are around you, who are supporting you and loving you, and all of those things are going to love you regardless. Okay, and so we don't have to put on some kind of air or outfit or whatever. We want to make sure that we're being true to ourselves. And I think that this kind of goes into the conversation that we had maybe a week or so ago. This is just a good reminder, okay, that you in your most authentic self is where you are the most creative and the most joy-filled and the most happy and successful and hopefully the most healthy. So, all right, so we have Tracy. All right. Oh, more spammers. Nia Berry, you're banned. Bye. And Sharon, thank you. I take care of the dogs. I hope to see you again soon too, Sharon. All right. So I know we have one more. It's Tracy. So let's get Tracy in there. All right, Tracy. Okay, for Tracy, this is lead by example. Lead by example. And so this is, again, following that same thing we've seen all day long, which is being true to yourself, setting those boundaries, making sure you're staying true to yourself. And we saw this pattern before with different lines. Okay, so we saw this pattern before where we had the orange of our sacral chakra, and that we have these yellow bright lights of the solar plexus. And the solar plexus is where we really have our self-identity. Okay, it's how we think about ourselves, our self-esteem, our self-worth, all that valuation, and how we relate to other people is in the solar plexus. And you can see that this is showing up as little stars, little beacons of light. But at the same time, Tracy, you see that these card lines, some are going straight, some are going around and around. And this is a reminder for you just to find your direction and to go in the direction that is the right direction for you, that is your authentic direction, with confidence, knowing that you don't have to prove anything to anybody, that you have the ability to go forward and just as similar to what we said to Fatima, that as you're going forward in faith and confidence and knowing that you are connected, grounded, connected in, and that you are going forward with your solar plexus, with being true to you, that everything else is going to fall into place. And all of those that are watching, that are going to be part of that, coming with you on the journey, are going to say, oh, okay, we can trust Tracy, we can connect with this, we can follow this, because we know that she is living in her most authentic self. Okay, so that is a card for Tracy. All right, I think I hit everyone, and so we're going to finish it up with one more card for everyone, and that is Live Your Bliss. Oh, and it's jumpy. And so that is Live Your Bliss. And I love this because we have all the colors here again, but these are all the grounded colors, right? We have the orange, we have the yellow, and then we have the green of the heart chakra. So this is the most wonderful card to end on. This is Live Your Bliss. And put it a little closer so you can see it. And it has the lines are going in circles, but they're also going in a crisscross. So they're literally going in every direction, okay, so that we can really have if we keep the focus on being true to ourselves, being true to our inner self, being true to our authentic self, to our boundaries, and finding joy in the things that we do, giving ourselves grace when we mess it up, and just allowing ourselves to focus on the joy of the situation, we will get through this Mercury retrograde this last week. As we come into the end of retrograde on Friday, we have the full moon on Sunday, and then things are going to start to calm down. We can do it. We can do this. We got this. We got this. So I hope you have a beautiful week. I'll see you back here next Monday. Always remember, how very much you are loved. Have a great week. Hang in there. Mwah.